for you to be successful in an entrepreneurship is you have to just go right ahead. Despite the fear, just go right ahead and do what you were supposed to do, because success is always on the other side of fear. My name is Christine Kwamboka. I'm an entrepreneur, and I have been hearing about Centonomy for the longest time. I think the first time I heard about it was through Caroline Mutoko, and she talked so passionately about it. I can't remember which year it was, but I kept on telling myself I need to join Centonomy. But I think it wasn't the right time. So this year, one of my friends, she runs a business called Ayana Handmade. She told me that Centonomy was offering Centonomy Entrepreneur. And I was like, I feel like this is the right time for me to start. And at first she was saying we join it in June, but I was like, if we have had it, we've heard about it right now, this is the time we should actually join before the cycle goes down. So yes, we started, and I feel like I have learned a lot through Centonomy. When I joined, of course, the whole point of me joining was to get to understand how to price my product, because I do online business coaching. I'm a business coach. I help women escape the rat race to start their dream businesses and find fulfillment. But as a service, it's always very hard to price yourself. Like, you don't know you. I was actually guessing. So when I got to Centonomy, that was the main thing. I wanted to learn how to price my product, how to know my value. Those were my expectations. And when I started the class, I was thinking it's going to be like what I've always experienced, going to class, meeting the teacher and the teacher talking and you listening and writing notes, but that was not the case. I was so happy because I felt like it was a communication between us, the students, and the facilitator. So we were able to give our feelings, give our experiences, and the facilitator was also willing to share the experience. And it was just a good kind of relationship, not a class setup. And what stood out for me in Centonomy Entrepreneur was how to deal with my fear. Because, as an entrepreneur, there are so many fears that we deal with. And what I learned in that section was the fact that I first had to learn my fear. And this was done by us writing a letter to ourselves. So I actually wrote a letter to myself of how I started out in life, from the time I was a child to when I was a teenager to when I went into adulthood, and where I am now. So it made me go back to all my experiences and just get to realize where this fear started. Because for me, my fear has always been going broke. I can't imagine a life without money. So, because I feel like as a mother, I would have let down my children, and I would just want them to live their purpose, because I'm big on purpose. So I got to address my fears. And I also learned how to work on my accounting and just understand the statement. Before Centonomy, I actually did not know whether I should pay myself or do drawings from my business, but I got to learn that I actually need a salary so that I do not misuse my business money. And I also learned how to price my product. That was actually my favorite part. It was actually my favorite part because I got to understand, like, I think I always used to guess how I should price my product, but now I got to know that my time is money. I got to know that there are things that I've been missing out when I do the pricing. And now it has made me more confident. When I tell somebody about how much I'm charging, I know I have put everything into play and I know my value, and nobody will come and tell me, why can't you do half the price? I now have a reason why I charge what I charge. So yeah, after the program, I was able to I'm in the process of registering my business officially. And I also engaged an accountant to also do the recording for me and start on the tax process, because that's part, it's very important for you to just do things the right way. Yeah, and what else? I think I have also dealt with my fears. Now I know exactly what makes me afraid, but also as an entrepreneur, I know that as much as I have fear, the difference between me and someone else is that for you to be successful in an entrepreneurship is you have to just go right ahead. Despite the fear, just go right ahead and do what you were supposed to do, because success is always on the other side of fear. My best module in this Centonomy Entrepreneur was on pricing by Waithaka. Before I came to class, I always found it so hard because I do a service, as I said, I do online business coaching. It was so hard for me to price my product. Like, what do I tell people? How do I charge you? And as anybody in the service industry knows, it's very hard for you to charge the right product and convince a client if you do not know your value. So when I went into the pricing class, I came to realize that for sure, the time that you take to research on your material, to prepare everything that goes on backstage, it's actually money. So it's good to quantify the time that you've researched, and also everything else that you've used, the data, the bundles, like everything, you just put it all into perspective, and it gives you confidence because you already know what you took for you to get that product, and it will be so easy for you to just price and know this is exactly what I have worked on and this is what I should charge the people, and do it confidently, so that by the time you're introducing it to a client, you already know what you're talking about and you're confident about it, so that you don't go into guesswork. I think that was my aha moment. I feel like now, knowing what I know, I can plan for the future, I can plan for my goals, and I'm looking forward to training more women to start their dream businesses and know their value, just like I got to know my value. And what I would just like to tell entrepreneurs out there is that for you to get quality information, you cannot always rely on the free information you get there, because when somebody gives it for free, definitely you won't get the best. But if you invest in somebody who's been there before, they have experts, they have people who have gone through your journey ahead of you and they can help you, I think that's the best way to go. So do not fear to invest in Centonomy Entrepreneur, because if you really feel like you want to go to the next level of your business and succeed, you have to learn from the best. So just for you to be successful, it's always about knowledge, and knowledge can never be power until you put it into practice. Yeah, so I would encourage anyone out there to not hesitate. If you are thinking twice about joining Centonomy Entrepreneur, I'm here to kill all those fears and tell you that it's going to be a life-changing experience where you'll get to learn so much, network, and just get to know, am I running a hobby or a business? Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I hope that anyone out there thinking to join it will also feel the way I felt. And I'm glad and looking forward to what the future has in store for me. Yeah, thank you.